Another incomer. Are you here to trade, fight, or just Because unless we get help, I don't know how we're gonna keep feeding. They are supposed to be able to conjure stuff up with their magic, but...
It doesn't sound like you're getting the help.
Don't pretend like he feels sorry for me. People like you are only interested in the power that comes. But then, what does magic do? In any case, I won't let myself be deceived. Even if our magic can protect us.
What do you have to trade?
You can take a look at our stock. The selection is more limited. Of course, if we weren't besieged by outlaws, albs, and we're still...
I need better weapons and armor.
I can't help you there. You can only get that sort of thing from our... But he'll only sell to Berserker. And even if you're a Berserker of the right rank...
How much?
A good few shards for sure. But if you've worked your way... And the more hands we have working in Goliath, the more chance I...
It sounds like you have a problem.
Oh, I wish it was only one. But let's start with the Ison clan, promising me regular deliveries from the Valley of the Damned. And then failing to get them for me. It's time Master Thorald returned from his retreat to put this right. If we don't get that food, we'll be living on hope and fresh air.
Can I help?
You? Well, not one to turn... My only motive is to keep people fed. If I'm going to achieve that, I need someone to persuade him how serious this is. These warriors seem to think that fighting... But let's see them try fighting when they've not eaten. Can you tell Angram that's how bad it is? That if we don't start getting boxes of...
I will speak to Angram for you.
Thank you. My hunters are doing... But we can't get by without those food supplies from the...
Put that technology away.
So, and what is your crime?
What?
I am Warlord Ragnar, patron of this Berserker settlement, while anyone who commits a crime must answer to me. Emissaries from... So, are you an emissary? Why are you here? Speak.
I am nobody.
Oh, well, you have guts enough. So either you are crazy, so you had better think very carefully about your next... Again, what
I'm looking for work.
You can prove yourself by helping the people. There is more than enough work. So if you want to be tolerated here, these rules are very simple. If you harm the Berserker community, if you serve the community, you will receive... I hope we because if not...
Doesn't sound like I have a choice.
No. Heed my advice, and you will find the... Is there anything else?
Let's assume I help you out.
Yes?
What kind of special tasks would you have for me?
Special tasks? Why would you figure that I need...
Because I see what's going on.
Is it that obvious?
Yes, it's apparent.
I have to admit I underestimated you. At least you're observant. But it also takes guts to confront me. So you really want...
Yes.
There are many things to be done. Our people are dedicated, but we still have some food, medicine, machine parts, and other equipment. Speak to the people here, and they can tell you where your skills are best used. And if you're planning to join us, then I would... A lot of people come to me, looking to join us, to climb the ranks. You look like you have ambition.
You said something about a special job if I want to join you.
Correct. Then listen. You must have sensed it out there, that things are changing. If we are going to survive and prosper, if we're to stand a chance against the Albs, I need information about the other factions. Any information would be useful. But if you could bring me a report from the fort in town... So, be it the outlaws, a trip to the domed city in Abessa, or word from the clerics in Ignodon, I need information.
Why don't you send one of your people?
Sending a berserker might get the other factions worried. Or you, on the other hand, might... Now, I can give this job to someone else if you would prefer. But then you would be passing up the chance to... The journey will have dangers. But if you stick to the path, you should reach the... So, what will it be? Will you impress me? And you will learn not just... We don't trust the secrets of our magic to just anyone. If you want...
About my support. Is there anything else that I can do?
You seem to take this seriously. Since I can't pass off my duties onto you, you will have to make... The cultivators are constantly bothering me. Oh, and Erdor hasn't sent back any reports from the World Heart lately. Find out if he's all right. As you can see, there's always some...
What do I need to do?
Ask around the city. Help the people here, and they will give a good report of you to the warlord. Some are overburdened, or are doing things that are not in line. Lend them a hand, and uphold our...
And that means...
Don't do anything forbidden by our laws.
Where is the World Heart?
To the south of Goliad. Down. Chances are he's just... But I don't want to leave that...
You should come with me. See something more than...
What are you doing here?
I will notice if anything goes missing, all right? What are you doing here?
With all the wounded there are these days?
Elex technology must be given in at the pit.
So, you decided to... Well, I've been given a job by a warlord Ragnar that...
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and... Though it's not the best way to sell our community... You see, there was a murder committed just outside Goliad a few months ago. A rather dedicated... There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to...
Tell me about the victim.
His name was Ascor. He was a warrior, He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Ascor. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome. They didn't find anything on Ascor to point to who might be...
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to... Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But, if we... And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things...
What kind of logic?
To be honest, But, Ragnar, against all the evidence. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of... But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then...
Is this why you brought me to Goliath? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Goliath to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord...
What do you want me to ask them?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime... I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but...
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you've discovered...
Hey, you, what are you doing? You're scaring away everything within a day. You crash around like that, you'll scare off anything you can eat.
I don't know these four.
That's as plain as a horny troll and you're sleeping. You'd better learn quick. You're scaring away the prey that is my livelihood. It's hard enough bringing in the food I have to, without some big-footed oaf crashing through the forest. Still, seeing as you aren't a natural hunter...
You're a hunter?
Yeah, I found my... This is where I belong, with nature and for nature.
Why not?
Too much talking, too much bullshit. But you look like a talker. Is that why you're here? To talk?
What are you hunting?
Whatever I find. You can't be too picky if you want to hit Goliath's quota. You won't catch anyone in Goliath roasting a rot. They're missing good meat.
A berserker was killed.
The forest is a dangerous...
The berserker who was murdered was...
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated...
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk.
You didn't like Asgore.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only ask.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there.
Is that your only alibi?
I'm a hunter. You want to know where I am?
Do you want to stay?
Nothing wrong with hunting. Let other people kiss ass and climb ladders. I want to stay out here. It's bad enough they send me these half-baked apprentices.
You don't like apprentices?
Apprentices want to be hunters. I get people who don't want to be anything else, so get sent here.
You don't think they deserve a chance?
Sending them here just gives them a chance to get killed. Live day to day, having to hit your quota of meat to send home, while you train people who don't want to be here? I went hunting with Леннарта a few days ago. He was so clumsy, he brought up. We got home here with no meat, and all of those damn raptors followed us right back here. I'm not doing that again.
You're scared?
Only an idiot wouldn't be. If you want to try it, I won't stop you. Me? I'm gonna have to wait those raptors out, and Goliath will get...
Who are you?
I am Леннарт. Berserker, at least I will be if Master Garen will...
You're learning to be a...
I'm an apprentice. Do you have any hunting experience?
I'm learning how to survive.
Master Garen says that life begins when... and you'll become dead if you can't... That's the most he says. But normally with some... Maybe you can learn something from him.
You don't hunt together then?
We have. But last time we went out, I made too much noise. He let me try and shoot the pack leader, but...
You dropped your bow.
I know. We were moving. Then it was too late. We had to run. Master Garen's not really...
You lost your bow?
Yes, I wasn't going to stay there unarmed. I ran.
So, get another bow.
Master Garen won't let me have one. He says he's not taught me how to make one. I need my old one back. How can I hunt without make a new one? Where would I even...
Garen will have had his...
Hunters make their own bows. Necessary skill. But I don't know how to... He says this will teach me a lesson. But I want to... Please, will you help me? I can pay you if you...
Where did you lose your bow?
Everything happened so fast, I can't In any case, it was to the north.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, but at least they followed us, so they're not around there anymore.
I will find your bow.
If you do that, you will have my eternal thanks. And I will also give you a few shards in addition. Oh, and this needs to stay between us. I don't want Garen to learn He'll get over it when I have my bow back. But if he hears in advance, he'll try and talk you out of it.
Leonard, your apprentice wants his old...
I told the boy to make a new one. He will only become a true hunter if he learns. And this is...
I told Leonard that I'll help him find his old...
You see, this is why I like it out here. Normally, I don't have assholes interfering with my business. If you find Leonard's bow, you give it to me.
Here, I have Leonard's bow.
That boy can't find his own ass in broad daylight. He'll have to learn fast if he's gonna stay alive. Why they send me these scraps all...
I found your bow.
And in one piece! Thank you! This is much better than anything I could have made. I can hunt again. Thank you,
Who said you could give Leonard his bow?
He needed it, so I got...
You might think you were being helpful, but Leonard needed to learn a lesson.
About the... Have you found the raptor?
They've been moving around a lot, but it looks like they're to the west.
Why don't we hunt them together?
I've had one apprentice almost... I don't need another, and that's what you'd be doing. You've already gone in my way, but... Very well. Let's take care of these raptors.
I can take care of these
Then can you leave your belongings? That will be easier than collecting them.
No raptor is killing me.
Ooh, who are you? What are you doing here? No one's al-
You seem nervous.
Yeah, normally the only people to come out here. Which are you?
Are you responsible for the...
That's what you care about? The world heart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. But yes, what are we next to a world heart? Ants in history. Here, maybe that's what Born meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here...
Tell me, what do you know about it?
Nothing really.
How well do you know Ascor?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him. People talked about him. But I don't think I ever said more than hello. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others...
Do you know where they found Ascor?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or...
Did you hear anything else?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same... No one seems to be asking about it. And from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar, but it never arrived.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dead.
So, you were here...
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else. I only go back for supplies or to...
3 months ago, around Manazzi.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track.
You work here on your...
Most of the time. It didn't used to be as lonely. But since the Albs started attacking... Yeah, I guess we're not...
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have...
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world...
You're out here with a sword.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword...
How safe is the world's heart?
You mean with the Albs? They don't seem to register it. The world heart mustn't... That is, if the animals didn't get me first. Still, all in a day's work.
Anything you want me to report to Ragnar?
Yeah. Can you tell him about the world heart? That it's okay? But if you're offering to help, there is... I've not had any supplies from Goliath. Can you get them to send some...
I will ask about your foods.
Thank you. Cinda is probably the best person to ask. She's fierce. I mean, ball-shriveling. I'm not asking for anything special. Just the usual supply run. Or just, well, anything to be...
Won't they send you some?
At some point, when they remember. Trust me, our stomachs have better Listen, Goliath aside, there's a plant, the cultivator's loaf. If we could, it grows everywhere, but we've just not had time to
4 dozen?
Yes, hopefully that would last us. Say, let's round it up. Can you bring me 50? It would save you a trip to Goliath.
I have brought some.
You have? Oh, I'm salad.
I brought you some bread.
You got your hands on fresh bread? Whoa. Now, that doesn't look too fresh.
It's all Cinda had. I can take it.
No. They don't normally send bread. What did you pay for it?
Cinda gave it to me.
Wow. I normally get hard biscuits.
She said I could take it.
Well, about time we got a break. That should see our stomachs full. Here, that should pay for it.
Yes, that is a fair amount.
Thank you again. You've done us a real favor. Everyone here will appreciate it.
You won't get away with that.
Nothing to do?
What? Who are you? What do you want?
I need to ask you about Ascor.
I can't tell you not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down. Like, ambition only gets you dead. He should have picked his spot and stayed. Why are you interested in that? Really?
You look quite strong for somebody who's just standing.
Maybe.
Tell me what you do.
Me? I only know what people are saying. That they thought Ascor had run away. I was out here at the time.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone who can give you an alibi?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alba, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Mag. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. It's very lonely out here. So no, I haven't.
Did you know Ascor?
Since we were old enough to cross, our parents were friends. We grew up like...
Ascor's body was found near here. Did you see it?
No. I know where he was found, and I'm glad I didn't see him. I wouldn't want to remember. My duties keep me here most of the time, so I stay looking after my girls, the trees.
Where do you go when you...
Nearby. Not Goliad, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay out...
Where nearby?
The lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to run. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a...
Have you been trained?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive? I hope you find who did it.
Maybe you did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Why would I kill him?
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this. You should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friend.
Your friend Ascor.
Well, he was my friend. Our parents were... But he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes... Well...
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone's...
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a...
Are you...
Oh, stop asking questions, Nan.
You're lucky I'm...
Well, you know, it's not like the elves are going to attack these trees, is it? And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not... Did Master Thorold send you?
What makes you think Thorold...
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. I wondered if he was still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his men.
What do you know about Thorold's retreat?
Not much. It said that he is working on something huge that would change the war in all of Magalon. You think it? It happens. But nobody is really allowed to talk about it. But then nobody...
Where is Pilgrim Thorold?
Well, that is... Meaning, if any... Maybe he will figure out how to rob the... Then good, honest warriors could go back to...
Now there's a future that Magalon should...
Huh?